So 3.7, expectation. Recall that a random variable is a function that maps from the sample space to the reals. Random variables are the arguments of probability mass functions and probability density functions, as we've seen. The expected value, or expectation, of a random variable is akin to its average value and depends on its PMF or PDF. The expected value of a random variable x is denoted with the brackets, or our more common notation that we'll use is e of x. I sometimes remember to use the bracket for the function e. It's a very common notation, but sometimes I get away from that. There are two definitions of expectation, one for a discrete random variable and the other for a continuous random variable. Before we define them, however, it is useful to predefine the most fundamental property of a random variable, its mean. So we'll say that a mean of a random variable is defined as the expected value of that random variable, which is why we care about expectation, why we care about the expected values, because that's what we call the mean. Okay. Let's begin with a discrete random variable. The expectation of a discrete random variable. Let k be a discrete random variable and f its probability mass function. The expected value of k is defined as the sum over all of the k's of k times f of k. Okay? So that's the expected value. Okay, so given a discrete random variable k with probability mass function shown below, what does its mean? M of k. So you guys are given A1, A2, and A3 as the values of the probability mass function. Okay, so it's pretty much an application of the definition, right? So we'll just compute from the definition. The mean of k is the expected value. The expected value of k, which is the sum from I equals 1 to 3. There are three different bins, I guess you could call them, of k1, or sorry, ki, f of ki. Okay, so we get so k. So we'll give these values. So we'll give this bin 1. We'll give this bin 2, and we'll give this number 3. So we're gonna get 1 times whatever the value of fk is there, which is 1/6. Yeah, so A1 is 1/6. A2 is 3/6, and A3 is 2/6. So plus 2 times 3/6 plus 3 times 2/6. And that equals 13/6. Yeah, so it's a number associated with the random variable. So I've decided to give each bin a number 1, 2, and 3, which tells us that the mean value is a little over 2, essentially. So it's on this side of 2. Ignore these labels. I was intending to just use the bin numbers here. So just the bin numbers. So this is numbers associated with the random variables. The random variables are going to take on 1, 2, or 3, and with these given frequencies. So if you want to find out what its mean is, you should find out what the expected value is. So the mean value is the expected value of this probability mass function, and that mean value comes out to be 2 point something, 2 1/6. Okay. So let's now turn to the expectation of a continuous random variable. Let x be a continuous random variable and f its probability density function. The expected value of x is defined as being the integral over all of x of x f of x dx. Okay. Here we go. Continuous random variable x with Gaussian Pdf f. What is the expected value of x? From the definition, we have the expected value of x being equal to the integral from -infinity to +infinity of x f of x dx. We know now what f of x is, so we can plug that in. So integral from -infinity to +infinity of x times the Gaussian Pdf, which is 1 over sigma square root 2 pi times the exponential of negative x minus mu squared divided by 2 sigma squared dx. Okay. Now let's do a change of variable here where we say that x minus mu we'll define as a new variable z. So z equals x minus mu. Do that substitution. We can see pretty easily that the limits of integration don't change, because as x goes to infinity, so does z. So -infinity to infinity still. But we're left with the expectation of x being equal to the integral from -infinity to +infinity of z plus mu. Remember, mu is a constant, times 1 over 2 root sigma root 2 pi times the exponential of negative z squared over 2 sigma squared dx, or dz, no? And we see that there are two terms here, so we can take the z term, we can take the mu term separately. So this is equal to, I'll take the mu term first. So the mu term, and the mu comes out front of the integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of 1 over sigma root 2 pi exponential of negative z squared over 2 sigma squared dz, and then the other term plus, we can, just to be a little bit more clear what's going on, we'll take the 1 over root sigma 2 pi out front of the integral negative infinity to positive infinity of z exp of negative z squared over 2 sigma squared dz. Okay, so this first integrand here is a Gaussian Pdf, right? So this is from the definition of a probability density function for a Gaussian. This is the form of it with mu equals 0, right, with the 0 mean. And so we know that for any mean value, so mean value 0 included, this integral has to equal 1, right? It's a PDF. So we have mu times 1 plus the other term here, this integral. So this integrand here is an odd function, okay? And we can see that by realizing that this exponential, this is that symmetric bell curve, right? This guy. Z here adds a negative multiplier to it when it's negative, but has the same value other than the negative aspect. So it's actually an odd function. And an odd function, if you integrate an odd function over the entire domain, what do you get? 0. So plus 0. So this just equals mu, which is to say the expected value of this probability density function is its mean. Cool. Due to its sum or integral form, the expected value has some familiar properties for random variables, x and y, and reals a and b. Here's a list of them. The expected value of a constant is just that constant. The expected value of a random variable plus a constant is the expected value of the random variable plus the constant. The expected value of a random variable scaled by constant a is equal to a times the expected value of the random variable. The expected value of the expected value of random variable x is just equal to the expected value of x. The expected value of a linear combination of random variables is just the linear combination of expected values of the random variables. Okay, those are some nice properties. Okay, so that's all we've got for expectation.